falling leaves drift by the window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses.
Welcome back to another episode of Off-Road with the Abrams. What a wonderful way to bring ourselves into the autumn season here.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're back.
We are. Oh, my goodness.
How's everybody doing?
That was just, I love the tone you just set there, James.
Yeah, I don't really, it doesn't matter if it's, well, they can come for us. It's copyrighted, but
come for us.
It's worth it. We needed a good intro to bring us back into the
the
podcast. And into autumn, and as you're saying, sweater weather. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a bit late for you on that song, though. Because when we would tour a number of years ago, even just as a duo, and jump in the SUV, I remember we were going across, I don't know, I think it was Nebraska, then Iowa, and you were playing that song, and it was like mid-September.
Yeah.
And you were like, yep, let's go. And then you were playing Christmas songs about now. So you're on a later schedule.
I'm sure we've mentioned that before to people that I often live a season ahead. But
James is
I think we should
explain. You're
like
Walmart. Walmart's always a season ahead.
Yeah, I think we should explain that we haven't been around because we were away for a bit, and then I got sick, very sick.
Oh my goodness, and James did. Really bad.
We were down playing in Alabama, which is a beautiful state.
Yeah.
Birmingham. Was pretty blown away.
Hoover, Alabama.
I was kind of shocked to realize that they don't have any professional sports teams in Alabama.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until you raised it.
But college football is absolutely huge.
Big deal.
And it makes sense to me now.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away by how beautiful it was down in Alabama, and it's too bad that I got sick, because it really was such a perfect place to play. And
oh yeah, no.
Anyways, we're back home.
You're better now. James got real sick, but you're better now, and
I'm doing better now.
And you're clearly, look at you. You got wonderful color in your cheeks, James. You look
Thanks,
like
appreciate that.
$1 million. No more. No more, no less than $1 million.
$999,000. So we have
fall time.
We have a great fall episode here today. John has some books. He's got a record on the floor here.
I do. Got a couple
we've got
show and tell.
We've got a few things from the internet as always, and John's got a mug.
What would we do without the internet,
water.
James? What would we do? I mean, we wouldn't be doing this. That's for sure.
I kind of miss having my energy drinks on these shows, to be honest.
This is very. You got the fire blazing here, and we're sitting in. We're not in our usual studio, and when I say studio, I mean like my bookshelf behind. We're literally turned 180 degrees the other way because the bookshelf is being worked on.
I miss it, to be honest.
Me too. I
realized
it's very cozy.
When I walked in that we weren't going to have the bookshelf. I thought it was going to. That's actually it would have been perfect for this beginning of fall episode.
It would have been, and I've basically ruined it with our
Okay, tell
schedule.
us about your books.
So what the books I got here?
Let's do some books.
The bookshelf is out of commission right now because we're doing all the primer for the paint, and so right now it's just a big workspace that we're looking at here. But so I've pulled down all the books off the shelf, and I have to show you. So in the fall vein, this is one of my favorite books, and I will say, James made fun of me last episode. You made fun of me last episode for this. Don't know why, because you love nostalgic. You love going back to the Disney movies. We talked about that on the podcast. This is one of my all-time favorite books. It is The Wind in the Willows, by Kenneth Grahame. It is a phenomenal read. Not too fast. It's a fast read. It doesn't take you too long. And this is actually a folio edition. So this is the edition I have. It comes in this really nice folio case like this, and then you slide it out. It's got the best illustrations. I can't sort of do two things at once, but I'll show you. So if anybody isn't familiar with The Wind in the Willows, classic book, all about,
Put it up close to the camera
rat and mole. I'm trying to find a nice Nice sort of picture here. Oh, yeah, that one's nice.
The illustrations
yeah,
are
yeah.
very nice.
Here, so here's good. This is Mole spring cleaning his house. This is the first chapter.
Nice.
The illustrations are amazing. And this is like the ultimate cozy book, right? So the story of Mole and Rat and their time living on the river and visiting Mr. Badger in the Wildwood, and then of course there's the Mr. Toad who gets the motor car. He's obsessed with every little phase, and there's just basically their adventures through the seasons. And but they live in these the most like cozy burrow-like places, and every year I typically read this in the fall because it's a very fall cozy by the fire book, and there's a lot of fireside scenes in the book, and it's made me want to build like a hobbit hole burrow type house somewhere out in the farm property or something somewhere, like like a little hole in the side of a hill, and then have it properly put together. Yeah, exactly. Put properly put together, and then you have your little books there and
Something
your fire,
like
and you got your blankets hung over the chairs, and like basically going back to simpler times. That's kind of what I'm a little bit obsessed with. Every night before I go to bed, this helps put me to sleep at night after a long day of like doing a million things. It's just imagining being in a little hobbit hole, especially in the fall and in the winter.
You can stay in this New York Hobbit house for $500 a night.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Oh, well,
I'd do it.
that's probably not that far from Ontario, to
No,
be honest.
probably not. We could do that. But Wind in the Willows is a classic. It is a children's novel, but it's from I think I was mentioning this before, from the
Here, we got
golden
some
era.
photos here.
The golden era of...
Which one is yours?
Well, none of those, but you get the feel. So it's from the golden era of children's
What's the
literature,
name of that one?
which is like the late 1800s, and it's not just for kids. Like it's kind of for adults too. Like the book is written basically to be accessible to adults. I think I was saying last time that was like the Pixar of book writing for children and adults at the same time. So yeah, this is the folio edition of The Wind in the Willows, one of my most prized books that I have.
Okay, but which one is that? It is in a whole series?
What do you mean?
Or there's only one?
No,
of
it's just The
those?
Wind in the Willows is just a book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's like a movie. They've made different animated movies on it. But yeah, so one of my favorites. Go check it out. Very very cozy fall book.
That is not it. I just
messed it up.
Yeah.
Trying to
Take
do
your
too many
time
things
here.
at once.
Take your time. Yeah, it would have been good to, it would have been nice to have this episode in September, and then we really could have dragged out the season, but it's okay. By the time we get to our next episode, we'll probably
It'll be 2023.
be it'll probably be around Halloween and
yeah.
or closer to, and we'll have to maybe do another candy taste test.
Oh
Is
yes.
there any
That
Halloween?
was horrible last year. I was actually sick for the
I
rest
think
of the
that
night.
might have been 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years ago?
It's possible.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Didn't we do it? No, didn't we do it both years? I think we did it both years.
We've
I feel
done
like.
it both? No, we haven't. I
Really?
don't think so.
It was 2 years ago. That's crazy. No, it was overload, chocolate overload.
Oh, you didn't
James
feel well?
came home from, I don't know how much money you spent on chocolate bars. It was something crazy. Because you didn't go to get the
No, it's
candy
expensive.
size. James didn't. Okay, so you go to the store, and instead of buying the Halloween candy versions of the chocolate bars,
Yeah, it was expensive.
you bought the whole, like the packs of chocolate bars. And I had chocolate bars for months because, of course, you just gave them all to me. That was so nice of you. That was very nice.
So since the last episode, we were in Spain,
Yep.
correct? Right?
Yep.
We did the last episode prior to Spain.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so. But
Wow.
if I'm wrong, then sorry for rehashing that. But I'm pretty sure we didn't do an episode after Spain. And
Maybe, yeah.
yeah. So
I can't remember. But
that
regardless,
was
Spain
that
was incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It turned out
Yeah.
amazing, and hopefully we can go back at some point.
Oh, yeah. No, so we were at Salardu, which is a really
We showed
beautiful,
pictures for sure.
yeah,
I'll bring it up
beautiful
again,
village in the mountains, just outside well, actually, it's right on the border between France and Spain, and it's a few hours outside of Barcelona. We did spend a day in Barcelona, which was really cool, but this village was absolutely idyllic. Like, it felt like a fairy tale village. And the neat thing about this, it was in the mountains, in the Pyrenees Mountains. For anybody who knows the dog's Great Pyrenees, like, this is where they're from. And every little village had a church that looked just like this. It was like they were just dotted throughout the mountains. And
Gorgeous.
it's the Salardu Country Rock Festival that we played at. And it's this amazing confluence of people in the mountains there who come from all over the place. People travel from France to this thing. Some people traveled from Italy to come to this Salardu Country Rock Festival. And basically just, it was us. And Gord Bamford was there a different night, right? The Roadhammers were there another night. It was like us 3 Canadian bands.
That's right.
Headlining it. And we had a blast. Like, it was so great. And yeah, I love it. I just absolutely love that part of the world. How about you, James? Did you dig it?
It was okay. I know. I very much enjoyed it. I just wanted to make sure that we brought it up and mentioned how amazing it was. And that's the one thing about playing music that is really special, is being able to travel places and be able to play music. And trips like that just remind me of how special it is to be able to perform and then connect with people all over the world. And that crowd in particular, like,
best audience, right, James? They were so great.
We we've been performing for a while, and there's been different moments in our career that have felt pretty special. There's not a lot of times, at least for us, I feel like, where the audience really, really super connects with us in a way that, singing songs. And, there's people that maybe, they've got a lot of hit songs, and they've got a lot of stuff that people, they just, it's easy. It comes easy, man. The crowds just sing along, and,
But we had a moment over there. There was a moment.
It's few and far between with us. No. But it's not something that happens all the time with us.
No,
and so it's
it was incredible.
We always have lots of energy, and often we'll feel that sort of energy back. But they sang along with Fine, particularly because it's apparently was a line dance song that was popular. They did a choreographed line dance, but
we had no idea. So we should we
can
just
talk
to
about
mention
that. But
like,
just to finish my point, it felt particularly special that they sang every word because of a line dance that they choreographed for the song, and that doesn't happen all the time for us. So I'm just I'm very thankful for moments like that. Really,
it was like next level, and I think James is right. Like, there are pockets that we will play that we've gone back to multiple times, right, where we've developed really, really solid fan base in an area, and they know the songs. Thinking about, we've talked about going to the UK on this podcast before. Talked about different spots in the US, different sort of pinpoints in Canada. Obviously here in our hometown in Kingston, there's those spots, but seldom do we go to a new place. And the crowd,
that's true too.
Like, that was like, the crowd was that, we found that in Tours France, which was so cool. But this crowd, this was next level. So we were playing the show, and usually when you play for a brand new crowd, everybody will know the covers that you throw in the set, which we do. We always try and throw in, for anybody who's seen us live, we throw in a few covers, our own versions of songs, at good sing-along moments. And they were singing with those, but then we sang Fine, which was our first single with Warner here in Canada a number of years ago now. And suddenly the whole crowd is singing every single word right from the top. Not like they've got the hook down by the end of the song. It was like right from the top. And I remember looking at you like, what is going on? This is crazy. So after the show, we met with everybody, and then we went out into the van, and there was this really nice lady named Lucy. I remember her name was Lucy. And Frank, who is from France, he promoted the show. They were in the van with us, and we were driving along about the 25-minute back to Vila, which is where we were staying. And we said, oh, by the way, how on earth did everybody in the crowd, and there's couple thousand people there, right? How on earth did everybody in the crowd know Fine, like every word? And they turned around, they said, wait, what? You didn't know? And we said, what do you mean? Like, know what? And they said, oh, well, Fine is like a really famous country and Catalan line dancing number in Spain, Italy, and France. Because I think James is pulling it up here. A couple prominent choreographers came up with a dance for the song years ago when the song came out.
Which is
and
which, but
they've gone like crazy over there. And so in all these villages around these three countries, when they have line dancing night in their village or in their town or city, there's the Fine dance, and it's actually a specific, unique choreographed dance that's not like another country dance. So they actually apparently have to do it to Fine. And they all know it. It was the craziest thing, and that's how they know the song. So it was like our Spinal Tap moment, right? Where you where you realize like you go over to overseas and there's a whole big crowd there waiting for you. It was a like really, really special moment, and we were very thankful for the folks over there.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly which video is.
I think that's the one, or
so
one of them.
here's one.
Yeah, this one of
we
them.
got
There's
an
like a
ad.
few. One's got like a 25,000 views. One has like 100,000 views. Another one has yeah.
I'll just skip the ad. Here.
This was a good one, I remember. So this is the Fine dance. This is
de l'heure. Donc, on commence avec le pied droit. On va faire vague. 1, 2,
Did they play the song?
yeah, there you go.
stomp up.
I watched this video.
Je continue avec 9, vague
So
vers
doing
la
the
gauche.
instruction.
5, 6, 7, 9. Avec mon
There you go.
It's crazy, right? And we had literally no idea that this thing had blown up over there over the years. It's a good dance.
So
We should learn it. We should know the dance to our own song.
yeah, I guess.
Anyway,
I thought that was really cool and
kind of a highlight, kind of a career.
It definitely
highlight.
was a highlight for sure.
Yeah, I think.
And there's a few others I see here of people teaching it. There's a guy doing a great job here too.
That's awesome. Look, that one's got 66,000 views. A bunch of
So,
these have more views than our own music
sorry,
videos.
yeah, exactly.
It's like
Sorry
crazy.
for
Look at-
some of the other ones that we didn't feature, but
yeah, there's lots.
that one that was first is just
Yeah.
easiest to click on.
Check them out, you guys.
But yeah, and I think so. There's there's other I think Canadian country artists and whatnot that they've done that for. But it was really cool to see us be a part of that group and have that sort of moment that, as I was saying, was particularly unique for us. Like we haven't had.
That was really special.
We certainly haven't had moments, a ton of moments like that. Certainly not had any song of ours have some sort of choreography.
Well, and I was
So
kind of
that's-
trying
that
to
was
figure
awesome.
out why we didn't know that it had blown up so big, and I realized like
Well, I
you know,
don't know if it blew up or something. But
well, that's what they said. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
that's what they had said in the car, and I was like,
to be. Somebody was saying that apparently it was there was some sort of uniqueness to the actual choreography itself, and
that was
whatnot,
it.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
cool.
And so it kind of had taken off because it was like a specific dance. It wasn't like there was another line dance applied to the song, right?
Right.
And so they had come up with this new dance, but yeah, no, it was I can't remember what I was gonna say, but anyway, it was just like a really, really unique moment and super appreciative to everybody who kind of participated in that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say because like Spanish videos or videos from France, if I go on YouTube and look up stuff, like they're more geo-targeted for that part of the world, right? So they're not necessarily popping up in my feed with the algorithm or whatever. Like I don't know how it works, but I
Right.
know that they're not popping up for me.
Right.
And so we weren't aware because it's not like it's showing up. Also, I'm not a line dancer, so it's not like I have a bunch of videos on my feed about like line dances,
That's
right?
true.
So
That's true.
so it was kind of completely off the radar for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So you have a record here today. What do
Yeah.
you wanna
so kind of on a more serious note, we've had a couple losses this past week. First one, obviously, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we lost Loretta Lynn. Great country legend. Coal Miner's Daughter, like just Louisiana Woman, Mississippi Mammoth, Conway Twitty. Like, think about all those great songs, right? Like, such a legend and an incredible figure in country music history. And obviously, her story is so compelling. I mean, they made a great film. Sissy Spacek starred in it. Coal Miner's Daughter. And I have the record. It's funny, when we were doing, I think, season 1 or 2 of the podcast, I
think you
I
did.
had the Coal Miner's Daughter soundtrack up, and this movie did a lot for country music, certainly at the time, and I mean, it's basically it's the story of Loretta Lynn and like a biopic about her. Yeah, it's so big loss in country music. So definitely sort of sending our hearts out to her family, and but also we had just 2 weeks ago, James and I lost somebody who was really pretty integral to our music. He was a phenomenal drummer, Anton Fear, great producer. He was in a couple great bands called the Feelies and the Golden Palominos in the New York City scene back in the 80s and 70s. And played with Herbie Hancock on the Grammy Awards. He played with him on tour. Anton was kind of one of those really great, one of the best drummers you'd ever hear, and really was a master drummer, producer. But may have flown under a lot of people's radars, not realizing the genius of his playing and the contributions he's made to music. And so there's a picture there of him with his blue shirt on. That's right around. That's the era Anton was playing with us. Anton actually played a number of shows with us. He actually was the drummer on Northern Redemption, the drummer on Blue on Brown, a bunch of our records. And yeah, so he passed away just 2 weeks ago. And
There's a young picture of him there.
yeah, it's a really good picture. I think that's
my
Golden
goodness.
Palominos, right? Or I can't remember if that's the Golden
Yeah.
Palominos or the Feelies, but yeah, so huge loss in the New York City music community and just in the music community in general. So thanks, Anton, for I just remember very foundational moments for you and I, especially when we started writing songs, right? And it's funny 'cause the day he passed away, I mean, I didn't even know he had passed away, and I kid you not, like that day, and I'm not making this up. That day, I thought about him for the first time in a really long time that very day, and I remember thinking about you and me and our cousin Eli and Anton recording a song called "Nothing at All," which is on our Northern Redemption record, in Chris Brown's cabin on Wolf Island. And I remember this memory flooded back into my mind of Anton saying, "Okay, now Eli, you play notes on the bass, and then James, you play this part, and John." And he really kind of took over that session in a really helpful, productive way. And we just learned so much from him. Like the night that I met Alex at the K-Rock Center in Kingston, that we played in between the periods at the Frontenac's game. Anton was playing drums with us that night,
Oh,
So like Anton was around for some fundamental moments in our career, in our personal life, and anyway, we love you, man. Miss you.
Playing at that hockey game was an important moment for you?
Yeah, I met my now wife at that game.
Is that really that important? Just joking.
Yeah. I noticed you said
No.
that. Both of our wives are in the other room. James said that.
I figured
"Is that
that
really that important?" He goes really quiet. So anyway,
I thought you would have picked up on that earlier than that, but I
dragged
had
her
to-
out.
Had to drag it out.
Dragged her out, but
Well,
yeah, no.
Well, John, I found some stuff from the internet for this week, so let's we'll check out some stuff and then dip into some other stuff as we go here. But now, I was wondering if you could set up a little wood pile for me, but
James.
instead, actually,
No
it's
way.
a cabin.
That's incredible.
So let's zoom in here.
I like that. I like how hidden away it is. Like you wouldn't even know from the one side that that's a place you can live in. You know, I like that.
Yeah. So I think if you could
the
whip
flaps
that up for me,
Oh, I get it.
and then it looks like a wood pile. I think that'd be a nice little home for me. Maybe.
I like that a lot.
I really like that.
I love that.
I don't know where this is located, but I thought that it would be cool to show on the. It's more of a winter vibe. I am getting excited for Christmas. I will
Oh,
say.
yeah?
I like the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But let's not jump there yet. What else we got this week here?
You got any projects going on at the house there, James? Yeah. What are you doing these days?
You know, everything just
It all blends together.
No, it just it just feels like you can never keep up with everything.
I hear you. We're having to start. So it's wood cutting season. Speaking of your wood pile there, we're back into that. It's cold enough now that we've got space heaters in the rooms that we're spending time in during the day, and we're down to one space heater. So Alex and I are fighting over it. Not really fighting over it, but like we
have you been able to get any wood yet?
It's some is coming. Some wood is coming. But Dad and I are gonna go cut. We're gonna cut in a spot where you're thinking about kind of building something someday on the farm property.
Yeah,
in Joyceville.
That's right.
You and Kyla, and so we gotta clear out some space, and we might as well use the trees for something. So we're gonna cut that wood and use that to burn this year. Try and make it all work in tandem. But yeah. So it's
Sorry,
getting cold.
there was one photo that I had tried to upload that I uploaded the wrong one. So just trying to see here. Let's see this. Well, there's a pretty interesting one of I'm a cat guy. So we could show this.
James is definitely.
You got to give this cat props. Look at this move right there.
Oh my goodness!
Look at
What?
that. What an absolute legend of a cat.
No, I mean,
See?
he's not that bright though, 'cause he doesn't know where he's headed.
Well,
Like,
he's
look
just
at-
having fun.
Oh, he's just having fun. You know cats better than I do, though.
Look at him. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
That's true.
So there was that. I think.
That was great. Cats.
And
My
I'm
dogs are
trying
being
to-
particularly
let's
quiet
see
right
this
now.
one.
I don't know what they're up to.
So with this one, I want you to try to guess where this picture is.
All right, let's see. Oh man. Oh, that's the inside of a piano.
Wow, John.
Nice. Well, that's
There you go.
looks very familiar.
Yes, this is
That's
the
incredible.
inside of a Steinway Spyro R grand piano.
That's amazing. I love that. You can tell it's so well.
It kind of looks though like it's like a train station or something though.
Yeah.
doesn't
It
Or
does.
subway or
It does.
something.
You know what gave it away though was the screw on the top right.
The top part of it.
Yeah. That gave it away. I would without that I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have known.
All right, I'll save a couple of the other ones for later, but let me think here. I'll tell you, that's man, I got sick, and that really put us behind the 8 ball with some of these shows. So we're sorry, guys,
Yeah.
that we
Thanks for
were.
being
This
patient.
is. I labeled this as season 3, episode 3, but now I don't even know if that's. Is that right?
I think that's true. That is true. Yeah. We had a good time in Nashville though.
Right.
We had a great time in Nashville. So our trip to Hoover, Alabama was interrupted because James got sick. And
Played
so
at Americana Fest.
But we played at Americana Fest, which was so fun. Like that has been on our list for a long time.
Yeah.
For anybody who hasn't been to, first of all, for anybody who hasn't been to Nashville in a really long time, and I mean when I say a really long time, I mean even 4 years. Nashville has just exploded. Like it is completely a different city now than it was when we were starting to go there as kids. And we go regularly. Our team, a lot of our team are down in Nashville. Our management team, GPS, and a lot of the folks from our publishing company are there. So we go down for that kind of thing. We also go down for writing and recording a lot and performing, but it's just crazy because even in the time since before COVID, like there are buildings going up everywhere you look. There's people moving there like crazy. It is an exploding town. And I remember when we were much younger playing in Nashville, where we played, which is right near Broadway, just south of it, like that wasn't even a place where you hung out. Now, where we performed this time, it's this like really hip neighborhood. They've got amazing barbecue joints, great kind of small microbreweries there. And so it was called 6th and Peabody, right? I think that was the name of the venue. So if anybody hasn't been to 6th and Peabody, you gotta check it out. Double check me on that. Make sure I'm fact checked. But the Americana Fest though is this incredible confluence of Americana performers from all over the United States. All these venues in Nashville are used for the festival, and we had wanted to do Americana Fest for a long time. And we finally did it. Scratched it off the bucket list. And 6th and Peabody was an amazing venue for it. We had a blast. It was so great to be back playing in Nashville. It was our first time playing in Nashville post-COVID. We'd been to Nashville to record the record, but not to perform. And so this was really it was so nice to be back in town and getting to spend time with a bunch of our friends there. And yeah, but this is a great hang, and the tacos were incredible.
Yes, they were.
Wasn't it like the pork belly taco that they had there was just off the charts. So if anybody likes tacos, man, that is where to go.
They had a nice outdoor area as well.
Yeah.
It was pretty
cornhole, and they had like
it was a pretty good time, man.
An outdoor stage, indoor stage. So yeah, it was good. Good time in Nashville.
Yeah, it feels like it's just been kind of a blur, like this fall so far with a couple of those trips, and so it's nice to enjoy some of October at home, and we have some stuff in November as well.
That's right. Yep. So we got
but we're
shows
here,
coming up.
but we're around most of October and doing one thing kind of locally in Kingston.
Actually, that's kind of a cool thing that's come together. If anybody is around Kingston, October 22nd. We're playing Oktoberfest, and that's an event that we're actually putting on with the Rotary Club and the Robinson Community Garden. We've talked about the Robinson Community Garden before. It's a local, we call it a garden, but it's a farm, really. It's Bernie Robinson's farm that he's dedicated a large chunk of his land to grow vegetables for needy folks in Kingston who are, folks in Kingston who are need fresh produce, and this garden was started by our dad and Bernie Robinson about I think it was 11 years ago. James Hughes sort of managed the volunteers for growing and picking for the first couple summers, and of course it's gone. We've continued to stay involved tangentially, but really it's Bernie and the volunteers and that whole cohort have really taken it a whole other league. And it's so this event is at the Robinson Community Garden. It's in conjunction with the Rotary Club, so it's raising money for the Rotary Club for the initiatives they do for the community. And it's gonna be great. We've got McKinnon Brothers and Spearhead, which are some great local breweries that have partnered, and they've got craft beer there. We've got Pig and Olive, so there's great food, and there's wagon rides and face painting. It's basically a family event, and so it's not just music, although music is a big part of it. And we're gonna be hanging out doing that on October 22nd. So I'm pumped for
October
it.
22nd,
really
2 to 5 p.m. Local food, craft beer, wagon rides, games, and us, the Abrams.
That's right. Good times.
The one and only the Abrams playing together.
I hope it's not too chilly. It might be.
It's probably
might
gonna
be chilly
cold.
for the fingers to play. I mean, people can bundle up, but
knowing my luck, reminds me of playing on that wagon in the middle of winter for the Kingston, Ontario Christmas parade.
Yep, Santa Claus parade.
And
how old were you for that?
Santa Claus parade, yeah. And it had to have been minus 30.
Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal.
And my fingers were numb, and my cowboy hat caught on fire on the heater.
It was on. It was
And-
the exhaust pipe of the generator that was
Was the
keeping the lights
generator?
on the on the float. James, put
Yeah,
you,
caught my hat on
how
fire.
old were you? You were like 10,
Yeah, I was
right?
not old.
And you took your hat off to put a toque on, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, you know,
'Cause
you can't blame me for wanting to put on a toque, man.
so he puts his hat down and it gets burnt on the exhaust. So I think we used whiteout because it was a white
It was a
cowboy
white
hat,
hat.
and it wasn't felt. It was like a like a straw. And don't think like
Yeah,
straw
but it's
hat,
like
but it was
waxed. Like it's
Yeah.
doesn't have like a wax seal or something.
yeah, you know how there's like felt cowboy hats and then there's
Yeah,
straw
they
cowboy
like
hats, but not
feel
like
like
straw.
plastic almost.
It's like they're like the
Yeah.
very tightly woven plastic seal, but it was painted white, right? And it kind of looked like the Calgary hats that we got, but when we did the honorary Calgary.
That's right.
But we used whiteout. I'll never forget it. We used whiteout to fix the burn stain because it was like a black burn hole in your in your hat.
Not
And
good.
you
man.
wore that hat for years after that. Like, we got a lot of miles out of those.
Yeah. So hopefully it's not that cold. There's no possible way that it would be, but
No.
oh, let me
Who
see
knows?
what else we got going on the internet stuff here. It's kind of just a nice chill ease back into the pod, John.
Yeah, I like it.
It's the fall vibes,
It's the
so
fall.
I'm gonna keep my and I don't have an energy drink, so I'm not gonna ratchet up. Do you have any energy drinks?
I don't really stock them.
You don't have them in your
I
fridge?
don't like stock energy drinks like you do.
Okay.
I've got I could make coffee, but no, I've got a new sweater on today, but it's one of those great finds that I purchased it in the spring for the photo shoot for something new, and like for the single this summer, and forgot I had it. Because I put it in a bag after that photo shoot, along with a couple other things, and that bag self-admittedly, I'm terrible at unpacking stuff. Like, I don't know about you. Do you unpack your stuff as soon as you get home? Like your suitcase?
No.
No, you okay.
No, I do not.
Okay, so Alex is always like, listen, like, you can't leave your suitcase packed forever. Although, usually,
I mean,
like, I end up going somewhere, right?
Didn't you?
Yeah, like, I kind of do. Like, I end up kind of, like, if I hold on to the stuff in the suitcase and don't unpack it, like, I can kind of be packed for the next run if I hold on to it long enough. Anyway, so
And, I mean, what really is the difference between a suitcase and a wardrobe?
now that's a question right there. What is the difference? There is none.
It's
Especially
a very subtle difference.
if you're rocking a chest of drawers.
It's just it's a zip rather than a pull. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Yes. In fact, that yeah. So that'll be my ammo
Yeah.
next time.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear.
No, so the trouble is, though, this is what happens, and this is what happened after the photo shoot. I came home with now, in fairness, it wasn't a suitcase. It was like a bag of clothes, right? So it wasn't really that good, but of these new clothes that I got for the photo shoot, and I put them away and forgot about them. And so today, I literally pulled this brand new sweater out of the bag, and I was like, oh, bonus sweater.
Is it brand new though?
Yeah, it's brand new. Like, I
It's
bought
not,
it in the spring, put it away.
It was a thrift find though.
No, this was the Bay, like the Bay special.
It's amazing what people can get away with.
It looks thrifty to you, does it? It looks pretty.
No. It looks nice.
Oh,
man.
but it's my fall sweater.
No, it's good.
James
It
doesn't
fits
like
the
it.
episode.
No,
John,
James
it
doesn't
fits
like
the episode. I like it.
Is it
like
you
it.
like it just 'cause it fits the episode, not because it fits me or looks good on me? You gotta think
No,
about
I think
that.
all
don't
of
ya?
it. All of it.
It all
Yes
works.
to all of it.
It all works. Yeah. No, it's got that waffle texture to it. You know, it's not knitted. Oh, it is. It's like a tight knit. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's very Wind in the Willows.
Well, we'll
to
get
me.
into some more. Well, I'm at a loss for what else we should do. But I got stuff, but it's like, you're just getting back into the pod brain.
Getting back into the pod.
What
brain.
about
like-
Halloween movies, John? Do we have any top?
Oh,
can we do a
boy.
top 5 Halloween movie list?
So this is you put me on the spot here, but I will say
I'm
The
pulling up
Shining. The
classic
Shining
horror.
is an absolutely phenomenal horror thriller movie. I mean, like it really is. It really is top Kubrick work. Stanley Kubrick. I also love Jack Nicholson. Like, I love Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Like, The Departed is one of my favorite movies just because of him. I can sit and watch, and I have on YouTube sat and watched Jack Nicholson scenes from The Departed. But I mean, he's so good in The Shining.
It's a little spooky.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
it's spooky.
but it
I
is.
mean, that's the classic shot right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Whoa. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
right there.
Okay. I'm just
Be careful what you search
yeah,
on Google. There.
Yeah.
No. So The Shining's really great, and I watched the Ewan McGregor prequel not long ago to The Shining, called Doctor Sleep, or not prequel, excuse me, sequel of The Shining, Doctor Sleep.
They made a sequel.
They did, but it's based on the Stephen King novel that is the sequel to The Shining. So it wasn't just some random thing, but it's actually really good. Like, it got good reviews, and Ewan McGregor is great in it. And he goes back to the Overlook Hotel. This is Danny, the kid. I think it was Danny, the kid who rides the tricycle through the hotel, like Jack Nicholson's son or his character Jack. You know,
Danny
that's him grown up. It's him grown up, and he's kind of reconfronting it.
Well, he gets no sympathy from me if he decides to go back to that place.
Yeah, but what was the reason again? I can't remember why he had to go back. There was some reason he had to go back.
There's no reason Danny needs to go back.
No, he
to
was
the
forced to
hotel.
go back because of something that was like the bad stuff from the first movie was out in the world kind of, and so he had to go back to source to get rid of it, you know?
Like
kind of
Ghostbusters.
a little
They escaped the hotel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's way more complicated than that, but it's sort of a similar concept, I think. It's been a while, but I watched it. It wasn't that long ago, but I definitely it was long enough ago that I've forgotten the beats of the movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I forgot.
Well, I was not aware of that, so
yeah.
You know, some
Dr.
good
Sleep.
ones that I like.
I like Ewan McGregor though. He's a good time. I think he's a good actor.
Yeah. Oh, you know, one that I never watched when I was younger.
Obi-Wan's great. Sorry.
Is Obi-Wan in Doctor Sleep?
Well, Ewan McGregor plays Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I'm saying but does Obi-Wan
Oh,
make an
like
appearance?
actual Obi-Wan? Yeah.
Well, he gets released. It's a
Yeah.
a portal.
For sure. It's a very multi. It's
This
a
one is
multi-universe movie.
This movie, you have to see, John,
What is
because
this?
it's a classic.
What's it called?
Halloween Town, my guy.
What is this?
Halloween Town. This movie I never watched when I was younger. I think it was on like Family Channel.
What is this?
There's lots of great props and.
Is this a Disney movie?
Let's just. I'm just gonna pull up a little clip from Halloween Town. We'll watch some of that because that's the good stuff. It's like really cheesy, but I never watched it when I was younger, and Kyla showed it to me, and I think it's now like my favorite Halloween movie.
You're kidding me.
Like it's kind of got a.
This is your favorite one.
Let's see if this actually is.
This is it. This is it. This is James' favorite Halloween movie. No, James.
Come on, Mom. It's just one cookie.
Before dinner, Sophie.
Marnie's right. You never let us do anything fun.
Oh, you can have a cookie after dinner.
No, I'm a cookie before dinner guy.
I really want that cookie.
Whoa. So Obi-Wan's in this one too?
Obi-Wan is in this movie.
Well, she gets to have one
eating a
before dinner?
cookie?
I'm not sure if this actually is the trailer, but
She doesn't like liver, dear mother.
Grandma!
so the grandma is a
It's that's I just lost her name. That's Carrie
How you grow.
Fisher's mom.
Did you bring us presents?
So the mom is a witch,
Grandma, do you think I'd be
and
if I didn't bring you
the
presents?
children don't know that they also are.
They're right here in my suitcase.
Well, the one,
I don't
a
know
couple
where
of
that
them
thing
are
went to. Just a
witches, I
minute.
think, or something. And there's this place called Halloween Town that they go to.
When did you watch this?
Here it
Kyla, now watch it. This is
so
not.
long?
That's not a trailer.
okay,
at
that's
all.
not a
That's
trailer.
just
That's a scene.
clip.
That's Debbie Reynolds.
So sorry.
So
I'm sorry
Debbie
about that.
Reynolds, Carrie Fisher, who is Princess Leia, is her mother. Debbie Reynolds is obviously a classic, phenomenal actor in her own right. But
Here, let's watch the.
Tonight at 8/7 Central, it's Halloween Town. Marnie Cromwell's family can't be normal
fishing right now.
because her grandmother's
James on
a
a
witch,
fishing expedition to
and
find
she
a
lives in Halloween Town where it's
area.
Halloween all the time.
Halloween.
Tonight at 8/7 Central, it's Halloween Town. Marnie Cromwell's family can't be normal
Why?
because her grandmother's a witch,
Totally.
and she
Oh,
lives in
240
Halloween
feet.
Town where it's Halloween all the time.
Halloween is cool.
Well, battling
This
an
is
evil
like
shadow
Game Boy
creature is just not normal.
Oh, being normal is vastly overrated.
Find out more about Marnie Cromwell's family's vastly strange powers.
Powers? What powers?
It's Disney Channel's original
Oh, yeah.
movie, Halloween Town.
So this
Tonight
is
at
your
8/7
favorite
Central.
Halloween movie.
I really enjoy it.
So tell me, James, what
At
is it
first I
that
thought it was
what has drawn
insane.
you? What has drawn you to this?
About halfway through, I
particular
realized that
plot.
I loved how, how absurd it was. And you go to Halloween Town, and there's all these people in costumes, and I mean, I don't have a lot of favorite Halloween movies. I didn't really.
What? So
I enjoyed Halloween as a kid. I loved Christmas way more, but I've come to appreciate Halloween. I like the I don't like the scary stuff, but I appreciate the kind of like what's the right word? It's like it's like the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Like it's got a wonder, it's got a curiosity.
You like Halloween, you like Christmas,
Supernatural, it's like kind of fun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just but in a happy way.
Okay, so you like Halloween, you like Christmas,
happy
you like
Supernatural,
you
I
like
guess.
Halloween, movies with a Halloween town in it. Like, not your go-to isn't Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, that one's creepy a little bit.
But it's like such a
Let's
classic.
pull that one up again.
It's a classic. I love it 'cause it's a Christmas movie, but it's also a Halloween movie, and so you could rock both. It literally puts you into the feel of exactly what you described, where you like Halloween, but you're also excited for Christmas, and there's a Halloween town in it. I mean, it's like Tim Burton. It's kind of like quirky, creepy, spooky, funny.
If Tim Burton does another movie with Johnny Depp, I'm gonna lose my mind. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's pull up some photos.
There's definitely a saturation of
this
Johnny Depp and Tim Burton.
Oh yeah,
collabs.
yeah. I remember this. It was okay. It's a little too
It
creepy.
was okay. James
It's
says
good.
The
It's
Nightmare
good.
Before Christmas. It was okay.
It's good. It's good.
That's the quote of the season, I've heard. It's good, I guess.
It's good. I don't like the scary stuff. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's not
that
scary.
guy.
It's like
But Halloween Town's
creepy,
good.
but it's also family friendly. Like how, you know what I mean?
Halloween Town's. I like the weird, fun stuff. I don't like
That's
the
what
scary.
Halloween. That's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird
enjoyed it
fun.
as a kid. I think. What about that song? Remember the?
This is Halloween.
No.
Danny Elfman. Oh,
the
that's
song.
My name
This,
is on the front.
Spooky Skeletons.
I need to get ad
I think-
block on this or something.
Yeah, this is
Sorry.
Pop was talking about YouTube Premium.
Oh, he's trying to sell us on
Yeah,
it.
no, he doesn't have it. He's like, I gotta get YouTube Premium. That's our grandfather. He watches more YouTube on his TV than TV, so he could probably justify it. Yes, classic.
Is this the version that I remember playing for
Yeah.
you?
So this is one of the. Pretty sure that's an Ubi Eberts animated. That's one of the first animated shorts ever made.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a really important moment in cinematic animation history and now it's been put to this music.
Skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise.
See, this is even borderline a little too spooky for me.
We're so sorry,
Yeah, so this song does not go with that film initially. This is a YouTube mash.
I like that song though.
Yeah, it's classic.
And then there's like an EDM, like a upbeat dance version.
So
of
that
it.
animation is too scary for you?
It's a little too creepy.
So do you like
I don't know if I
Halloween?
like
do
Halloween.
you like Halloween?
I don't know.
We're coming around full circle. James is like,
I think
yeah,
I do.
I'm come to
you know what
appreciate
I
Halloween.
actually like?
I don't know
My
if I really
this
like
is
Halloween.
actually my favorite, but I do like Halloween Town. But my favorite actually is The Great Pumpkin.
Halloween Town looks pretty
This is my
pretty
kind
rated
of
G, man.
This is my kind of Halloween. This is my.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
The Great
Yeah,
Pumpkin.
no, I mean this is undisputable. I just love how we started with The Shining and made our way to Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you came back,
We're gonna get
Sally.
so claimed.
I
for this
remember
whole
watching
entire
this in
episode.
kindergarten.
You'll
Like I
see the
remember
great
it so
pumpkin
well.
with your own eyes.
Fortunately, our show, this isn't
If
some
you try to hold my hand, I'll
top-rated
slap you.
podcast. So
Make sure the
I
great
know.
pumpkin
people aren't really
rises
going to be
out
coming
of the
for us.
pumpkin
No,
patch
nobody's
and
paying
makes
for
it
anything here. This
most
is definitely a
sincere.
freebie.
He's gotta pick this one. He's got to. I don't see how a pumpkin patch can be more sincere than this one.
This is my kind of Halloween right here.
Nobody would argue with this. I don't think anybody would argue with the greatness of this.
It's like cozy, you know?
This is what I'm saying about Wind in the Willows, James. You have to read this book. You're gonna get it. It's cozy.
See, this is even borderline too scary for me. I was just kidding.
So we've concluded that James actually hates Halloween, except
We
Charlie
should do
Brown.
this.
Charlie Brown.
We should do this more often, where we just watch like. We kind of did that in the first couple seasons.
Yeah, just shoot from the hip kind of thing. We're finding our stride now. I feel like we're finding our
no.
stride. We're getting back into the pod, man.
That was kind of how I had my hair when I was younger.
Yeah, it's true. That was your haircut.
Had a bit of. Just wait till she right
You
there.
also-
See the little wings? The wings were
The
great.
wings were great. I had the wings rocking in grade 8 or grade 12. I used to. Okay, so my wings though, I used to blow dry. So I remember my grade 12 hair regimen so well. I would go have a shower because I had like it was sort of long, but not long like it is now. I would go have a shower. And then I would get out of the shower and I would blow dry my hair upside down so that I would create like literally what you see on screen here. And then I would take Tresemme, it was the black and like green spray. It was the extra hold spray. And I would spray my whole hair until you couldn't move it. Like literally it was like a helmet.
I know. I'm trying to find some photos.
That was kind of, yeah, like that was it. No, that's post. That's post that.
This was a good look.
That's
though.
good. That was, see, this was also extra hold hairspray. I really relied on the extra hold hairspray for many years.
That was a good look right here.
That was the spike, the front cowlick spike. That was big in and around like 2002, 3. Then I had
I
the
love how I'm
Bieber hair.
increasing the size, but it's getting smaller.
Yeah.
Wow, what a couple of guys there.
We're just a couple guys. Look, we've just been at it, forever. We've been at it
Like,
for a
look,
long time.
we were playing when we look like this. And we're still
21 years later.
We're still kicking. Look at these
Look at it.
guys.
Look how serious those guys were
they
then.
look like. Oh my goodness!
Do you
that's
think
a bit
those
of that's
guys-
a bit of a shock.
I know, but do you
looking
think
at
those
that.
guys sitting there getting their pro photos done, like big dreams ahead, would
would
be
think
like,
about
it's all
sitting
gonna be sitting on
and
a
talking about
laptop talking about
Charlie
Halloween
Brown,
Town.
Halloween Town. That's the way it goes these days, man.
That's it.
It's the way of the world.
We've been having like really good shows. Actually, it's been
I
it's been
absolutely
great
love
to be
this.
back.
This
Like,
is one of the most fun things I feel like we've ever done.
I know.
honestly.
I love the podcast. I love that we're getting back into it, and I
And
love
it
after
takes us, as I've said before, but it takes us to some of the roots of us
true.
performing as brothers. We would sit in our room at home and we would make fake radio broadcasts, and
Yeah.
this really isn't much different than that. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at this gem.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Look
Pull
at-
it up.
look at
Blow
my
that up real
hair.
big.
The thing is, I can't. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh,
Look at
those
that.
guys.
Like, hang on a sec. Oh my
Look at
goodness.
these shirts too. Look at this. Like putting my hand on the.
That's a terrible picture of me, I think.
That was a great decision. Me just touching the
Just
side.
it's the light touch. Look at do you like how we have our suits on, but it looks like we have no bodies because our shirts are the same exact color as the lawn?
I love love the green, dude. I
It
actually
looks like we don't have any torsos because our shirts
I
are
really-
the same color as the lawn.
I really do like. I like this combo though.
It is a good combo, but you think we'd have like a contrasting background. I'm sorry, that's so
oh
funny.
my goodness, that's good.
Good times.
Good times. Well, we've been at it a long time, and
I feel like
You know,
I feel like
we've
the pod is
we've-
really hitting a stride right now.
we have, you know, we've come a long way, right? I mean, we've made strides, right?
We really have.
We have made strides,
Dude, you
right?
can't you can't
No.
be around doing this for 21 years and not have tons of stories, great moments. And we're so honestly, we're so thankful for that. Like we talk about Spain as being a great moment, for example. That just happened.
Nice.
It-
Yeah.
But that's just one in a
That's true.
number of moments where you just go, man, this is just so fun that we get to do this.
That's true.
This is a great summer too. Like honestly, 2 years of not touring, being back out on the road in the United States, all
Basically
throughout
a
the US.
full month. Yeah.
Yeah, we were basically, it was just under a month we were out there. Great shows, like really great shows.
They were fun.
And-
Really fun.
And like I just think about Bethlehem and Chattanooga and like I can't name them all, but there's so many great highlights from the show, from the tour. Okay, you're really aggressive in that one. That was a great night. I
Do you
don't
do you think I need? Do you think that I need to be this aggressive on stage?
you're pretty energetic though.
I think this was in Israel. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
probably though.
No, no,
It is-
no. No, there's no way. This shirt, I think this is the same shirt I'm wearing right now.
No.
It's a different
No,
shirt.
no, that's I think that's a
There's no way anything we were singing.
that's a shirt
needs
from, I think
this-
you bought that at the Eaton Center, different center.
There's
Different
no
shirt.
way any song that we sing needs this level of intensity.
I feel like that's Northern Redemption. We're singing Northern Redemption in Israel circa 2000 and I don't know 14 or something. Really just ripping, you know, young 20s.
Yeah, we just had a little. I
lots
think
of
there was a
energy.
few performances where we had just a little too much.
Too much
much
energy.
energy. I think.
well,
I think we came.
we've calmed down a bit.
we really
Believe it or not,
attacked. We were in attack mode, you know.
people who have seen our live show even now, like believe it or not, we did
Oh, it was
we
Jacob's
did used to
Ladder.
play with even more craziness on stage. But I think there's a nice balance now. Like it's high
Yeah.
energy. It's still very high.
Oh, it's
energy.
high energy, but just different. It's a different energy.
Yeah. And
It's like this. It's playful, John.
Yeah, it's playful. That's a good picture.
This is a nice
That's a
picture.
good picture.
Look
I
at
think
you
we're
and
just
I.
like Google
You
searching
having-
ourselves,
you and I having
cruising
fun.
through old pictures.
I actually think this should be a new segment. I think we should find the dumbest photos of ourselves that we can react to. I'm sure we can.
I love
find
our
some
green
crazy
screen
photos.
shirts that looked like they were the
Yeah, that was
weatherman blend in
great.
the background.
That was so good.
Amazing.
This might be the closest thing to the
That
hair.
was Jacob's Ladder. That was the festival in Israel. That's with Dad. Dad's on stage with us
Let's
there.
look at this one.
Is that it's a stock photo?
Is this in
No,
someone's
no.
frame somewhere?
It's either some photographer's watermark or somebody who's made this a stock
no, it is.
photo.
It's the photographer's watermark.
Oh, Alamy. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Man, buttoned up, eh?
Yeah, really buttoned
Look
up.
sharp though. We look
We did.
sharp.
It was hot. That was very hot. I remember it being sweltering.
That was the day that it was probably hot enough that we were allowed to take off our jackets, I think.
allowed.
Dad even had his jacket off on
That-
that one.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But we
We
typically
had,
try.
we had a
no, no,
uniform though.
It
We
was
had a
exactly.
uniform.
It was a uniform, and it was like
We kind
we
of
allowed ourselves.
we
is
allowed
what I
ourselves to
mean,
take off
to
our
take off our
jackets. Yeah,
jackets.
we did
I think
have-
I remember getting comments from some folks there like, "Listen, it's too warm. Take off your suits."
Yeah, don't. Yeah, they were actually very concerned for us. I remember, some people were very concerned.
Look at this. I made it. I made it to Getty Images.
Getty, nice, James.
Look.
So Getty is stock photos, right?
This is a photographer that submitted the photo to So this could
So
be
what are you?
when you
just-
go and purchase like a frame at a store. You're
No.
gonna find this photo.
Dude, that's
I'm
hilarious.
joking. I'm joking.
Can you
would not find
imagine
this.
if you just walk into like Home Sense or
There's no
something
way.
and there's some picture of
see,
your
I-
mug just you and a fiddle?
Look at the intensity. Look
What
at
kind of-
all the hair. Look at all the bow hair I broke.
What kind of
Wow.
frame do you think that's gonna go in Walmart? Like, is that like a wooden?
A
like
pink,
rustic
a pink
frame.
heart. A pink heart.
Is that the kind of frame that you see at a truck stop that's got like,
Yeah, Western. It's
woodland
probably
animals
Western. It's probably a
and,
cowboy
and
hat.
like rope riding on it.
It's probably a cowboy hat.
Like a cowboy hat, rope riding, and boots.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
Well,
Feels
it's come
right.
to that time.
Since you
Cutting ourselves
went
off.
away, the
It's like at an
days
award show,
grow
John, when you've been talking for too long.
Yes.
and
about
soon
nothing.
I'll hear
Oh, yeah.
old winter's
Gotta love Nat King Cole.
but I miss you most of all, my
Speaking of award shows,
darling.
go check out Jennifer Coolidge's recent
When autumn
award show
leaves
win. Can't remember who it's the Emmys. I think it was the
start
Emmys.
to fall.
She talks through the playing off music. It's the funniest thing. Jennifer
I think
Coolidge.
I did see that.
So
Yeah.
good. Go do that yourselves. We
Do
don't
you
need to
think
show it.
eventually, John, we can elevate to where we could do the podcast and have music behind? Because I've tried to do that in one of the first seasons, and you get distracted.
We could.
I'm gonna try it.
You just
maybe
need to
the
have
next
like
episode.
the lowest fi stockiest music. The Getty Images music.
We're gonna try it, and I'm gonna see how long you can make it before breaking your sentence and not knowing where you are or what you're saying. I'm gonna try it next time.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do next episode, and probably have a bunch of Halloween candy.
Winter sun. Man, he holds that note there. Halloween
We'll
candy.
probably. I'm gonna make you eat Halloween candy.
Wait,
this
what?
weekend.
What are we testing? Didn't we try every single chocolate bar 2 years ago and decided which ones were our favorite?
Things can change.
Our
When you-
palate
as you
for chocolate
get
bars
older,
can change.
Your palate changes and
Right.
your taste, and then we need to do a tier list. It has to be done.
It must be.
It has to be.
The good of humankind is.
I also saw some advent calendars already for sale at Costco.
Oh yeah.
I might do one. I might do it early. Just start in November and then do one for December as well. Who knows?
You want to just do an advent calendar in November till the 25th of November? Is that what you want to do? Like do a pre-advent calendar, advent calendar?
If they ask me, I could write a book.
Anito Day. I was not planning on that ending, the last song, so. What about the advent calendar?
It seems. It seems like you just described that you almost wanted to do a test run advent calendar in November.
Yeah, just a little test run.
Like literally just do the 1st to the 25th of November for no reason.
Yeah.
And then, so you're getting ready and you're in routine for the 1st to 25th of
Yeah,
December.
so I don't forget. Thank you guys. We will see you next time, and we will be testing Halloween candy, or will we? And we will be playing music for the entire episode until John
James has made
stops
the
speaking.
executive decision, apparently.
We will see you guys next time.
We love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
If they ask me, I could write a book.
The falling leaves drift by the window. The autumn leaves